As a lot of you fellow home labbers may use, there's a service called SendGrid that is really easy to use for email processing. Unfortunately though, recently, as a lot of us know, SendGrid stopped supporting their free tier, which means we can no longer send, I think it was like 100 emails a day for free. And that's really disappointing because I really do like SendGrid, and I think that the dynamic templates and stuff it had were really cool. SendGrid is really useful. So I was really bummed to see that they ended their free tier. And they switched, the minimum pricing plan is now about $20 a month, which is a lot more than free. And then you can go up to a $20 a month plan. But $20 a month is $240 a year, and that is quite a lot of money. In this video, I'm going to show you kind of a solution that is, in my opinion, a lot easier to do. It's borderline free, and it's pretty awesome. We're going to check out a solution I found called BillionMail. It is an open source mail server, newsletter, and email marketing solution. So this is primarily used for marketing purposes. It's really easy for companies to self-host this and send all kinds of marketing emails. It does all of the unsubscribe buttons and stuff that you are required to have. You can see statistics on delivery, what percent of people clicked on it, the bounce rate, open rate, etc. I've been using this for over a month now at this point, had zero issues with it. Now, as cool as BillionMail is, this does not solve the problem of getting the mail out to the public internet. Now, typically with mail servers, you have to do some kind of port forwarding and all that kind of stuff, and that gets to a whole new realm of security related aspects, and it's kind of a pain. There's a really cool program I found called MailerSend, which is essentially a free SendGrid. MailerSend lets you send emails through SMTP. They also have an API, and they also do templates, which look really good. The problem with MailerSend though is they only give you 3 dynamic templates. So you are restricted to just 3 templates. You can do their API mail and stuff, all that kind of stuff. It's basically, you can do 3,000 emails per month for free. Additionally, you could also do the cheap route. You could do a Gmail email address and send through SMTP from BillionMail. Lots of options. In this video though, I'm actually going to try to host a BillionMail on a cloud server and port forward and do all that kind of stuff and have a publicly exposed mail server, which now that I'm saying that out loud sounds really scary, but let's try it out. BillionMail requires about 1 CPU core, 1 GB of RAM, and 20 gigs of storage. So I found this 2 GB KVM VM here for $17 a year. You get 2 cores, 30 gigs of storage, 2 gigs of RAM, 4 TB monthly transfer, all that kind of stuff. This is through a provider called Rack Nerd, and you guys may have seen, I do have some of their, I do have a referral code linked in the description below, so I would check that out. If this is something you guys are interested in, you should check it out. Like I said, I got a referral code down below. Essentially what we're going to be doing, if we go back to BillionMail, they do have an install script, which is super easy to use. You essentially change to /opt, you clone their GitHub repo, cd to BillionMail, and run the install script. It is that easy. It is that straightforward. It's pretty fantastic. I do want to show you guys though, while we're here, I do want to take a look over at the ports. So you do need to open a ton of ports if you are going to use this for publicly sending mail. Like if you want to essentially provide DNS records for your domain to your VPS, you'll need to add all of these port forward rules. If you have a firewall or if it's a publicly exposed VM, you need to open them on your, so yeah, that's pretty much what we have to do there. And that's gonna be pretty easy as well. And we'll get to all of that stuff later on in the video. Okay, so it's been probably a couple minutes since I provisioned the VM, and I'm gonna hate myself for showing this because I'll have to blur all this out, but we have provisioned a 2 GB virtual machine. It's already sent me the credentials. I've only been recording for 7 minutes, so that was a pretty quick turnaround time for them. And just like that, we are into our VM. So that was super easy. First thing we'll do, sudo apt update -y and apt upgrade -y. There we go, I was complaining, didn't like that command. We're just gonna update the packages on the VM. And then I do want to go back and grab the install script again. I'm just going back to their website. Okay, so as soon as this is done updating, I'm going to legit just paste in this command. It's going to go and install BillionMail for us. It'll be super easy. One of the biggest things I like about BillionMail is how easy it is to install, but also to upgrade. So after you install, it is super easy to update afterwards. They have a script that you do it. I've tried it. It's pretty amazing. So for a free software, you really can't beat it. So we're going to paste in the command from RackNerd and click run. So it says git command not found. We're gonna just apt install git Apparently this VM does not have many packages on it. So it is now downloading and it is installing everything that we need. It'll take just a couple minutes here. I'm going to let this run and we'll come back as soon as this is done installing. Okay, so you'll see on the screen, we've got a few things on here. It says BillionMail internet address. I don't know why it's listing it twice. Oh, internal address, sorry. So this would be if the VM had a private IP address. We also do have the internet address right here. Pretty much though, that URL that is on the screen, it's kind of a randomized URL that is your login page. So you'll go to that URL and log in on there. We are now loaded into BillionMail. I'm going to enter in the username and password that it gives us. It is completely randomized. So not only can hackers not guess the randomized URL of the instance, they cannot guess your randomized username or your randomized password. I mean, they can of course guess, but it will be it'll take them longer. If we go into here, we have a few things. So I like to start in the settings just because that's kind of where I like to dig around. We have common settings here for just certificates, that kind of thing. Under service, we have kind of the breakdown of all the services or Docker containers that this is running. We have BCC, so you can actually blind carbon copy yourself on all the emails or like an archive email or something. Mail forwarding, AI model. They do a lot with AI. It's really cool. All kinds of things you can do with AI. We'll get on that later. Send queue, you can kind of see what emails are trying to send. So that's pretty easy. Let's go over to domain. We're going to add a domain and we're going to enter in a URL that we want to use. So in this case, this is going to be for testing purposes, but I do want to add a domain in here. That way we can just try this out because I want to show you guys kind of the process of how this works. Okay, we're gonna go with beamnetworks.cloud, but I'm going to make a subdomain of that. It is going to be mail.beamnetworks.cloud. Okay, so domain quota, we can give it a quota of a maximum number of storage, maximum amount of storage used. You can do mailboxes. There's a catch-all address you can add. And yeah, so that is pretty much all we need to do. We're going to create the domain. It has added it successfully. You'll see over here on the right side of the screen, there is an option for DNS records, and we're going to select that. And it is going to show you a whole bunch of stuff. But basically all you have to do is you need to go through and add these records as it tells you. So there's probably 4 steps. There is 4 steps on here. You got to go through on Cloudflare or your domain provider and add in all of these DNS records. So on Cloudflare, I'm clicking the add record button, copying the host, or the name is what Cloudflare calls it. And I'm going to add the value or the IP address. Probably going to fail on some of them still. Yeah, you'll see only the A record is passed. So we're going to try to verify again. Same thing, not set for all of these other records. So we'll just need to go through and wait for this to finish. We could close out of this and we can continue on for now. We'll come back to that later. Email marketing is a really easy way to add tasks, and you can add list of recipients and send kind of mass sent emails. So this is great for marketing or that kind of thing. Template, I love the templates. So there's an AI template that actually you can create. So essentially this will integrate with ChatGPT to create good looking emails. You can do a drag and drop template, or you could do an HTML template. Also really cool. They have a send API, so you can actually create API keys and you can send from certain email addresses. Under contacts, you can add subscriber lists, groups, all that kind of stuff. Under domains, one other thing, by the way, domains is just where we added in our domain. Let's go back to DNS records, see if we have anything set. Still nothing else. Okay. Under mailboxes, this is where it gives you some default ones, so and it also gives some basic quotas. So these are just kind of the no reply, the support, the admin, postmaster emails, etc. You can add mailboxes here pretty easily. You can also import or batch add them. Under SMTP, this is really cool. So if you don't want to host your mail server publicly facing to the cloud, you can actually use a third-party service like Gmail, Mailgun, AWS, SendGrid, or even custom SMTP, where essentially you enter in your upstream SMTP server. So this could be a Gmail account, whatever, and this will send the mail through there. And BillionMail can just act as kind of a mail generator in the sense that we can actually just, in here, it'll act as a mail generator and it can generate good looking emails with the templates that we have on here. So that's really cool. We did kind of look at settings already, so I'm not going to go through that again, but that is pretty much what BillionMail is. It is a really, really amazing way to send good looking emails in a self-hosted manner. This is a great software to self-host, especially if you are using the upstream SMTP. You can allocate a VM with like 100 gigs of storage or something and have plenty of mail storage. Okay, so I have changed the domain for this because apparently the issue I was having was because I already had DNS records for incoming mail on the domain I previously used. I switched it to a different domain that I own. and it is now working as expected. So one of the things I do want to touch on in this video though was I did mention earlier that we do have the SMTP relay that we could do. This is obviously just for outbound mail. For inbound mail, you do need to port forward this. SMTP only does outbound mail. You need IMAP for inbound mail. So I do want to clarify that there. The nice thing though is there is really nice mailboxes that are supported here on BillionMail. Okay, so unfortunately the IP address I'm using here from the provider from RackNerd is actually on the deny list. So it says you can request removal, which is kind of annoying. So that's why it's not sending. So that is really the problem though with using these cloud servers. You don't know what these IPs have been used for in the past, and they could be blocked or that kind of thing as well. So that is just something to note. You do probably want to have your own IP or something that'll be ideal for this to work. With all that to say though, really cool platform. BillionMail is amazing. I really do love the mailboxes as well for the incoming mail. I love being able to self-host mail. And yeah, that is pretty much all I have though for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you all in the next video.